a 1-1 record, and it's so tight in this group. A win for either team could put them in joint top if Turk Telekom lose their game this evening. Such a home court here. Unique in Basketball Champions League. Fans feel like they're climbing out the crowd actually. So the last game, the nightcap game on game day 3 in Group A. Wins for Holland, for Strasbourg, and Turk Telekom remain unbeaten and sit proudly on top of the group. A win here for either of these teams will move them into joint second place with Manresa and Holland and Strasbourg. So this group already is tight. Here are the standings. There's the Turk Telekom with a 3-0 record, and a win for either team would take them to 2-1, and a loss will drop a team to 1-2. It's very early days, but a win at home in particular for Sassari is such an important thing for them to get at this stage. You do not want to be dropping home games in the Basketball Champions League regular season. It will come back to haunt you come playoff qualification for playoff time. Here is the Oostende roster. They arrive here a couple light, but most importantly, Siobhan Thompson is here, leads them in every stat category except assists, and has had a huge impact on this team. Disappointing loss followed in the Belgian league, not to Antwerp as well at the weekend. They dropped to 4-1 and joint top, having lost to Limburg United in Belgian league play. Sassari's roster, Curtis Jarrell's so experienced, but across the roster, they're really led by Deshaun Pierre. Canadian, the 198 forward, leads this team in rebounds, points and efficiency, and second in assists. He is a one-man wrecking crew, and Sassari are leaning heavily on him as they try and establish themselves. They sit second in the Italian First Division. 87-70 win in Cantu at the weekend. Tells you this team is in a good place. And the home fans will be expecting the home win. And that will push them into a tie for second place in Group A.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome back to Basketball Meeting. It's the third day of Basketball Champions League Group A. Let's introduce the team of Filou Oostende from.
So Oostende just about to be announced to the fans here in Sassari. No Jean-Marc Weber this evening. That's a huge loss for Oostende. But Brian Angola, the shooting guard, second in efficiency, second in points, second in rebounds, and third in assists. His combination with Siobhan Thompson is what this team is building its season around. They still have the veteran leadership, Dusan Djordjevic at the point guard spot. And Coach Gurja has been at the helm for some time now. The home team, Sassari, Dinamo Sassari, just about to be introduced to the home fans. Halloween night here in Sassari. And are they going to produce the horror show, or are they going to put the frighteners on Oostende? Jamel McLean having a very solid season for Sassari. Overall third ranked in the efficiency in the Basketball Champions League for this lineup. Dwayne Evans leads his team in assists, second in every other stat category. His partnership with Deschamps-Pierre is crucial. Great range of experience on this roster. Everybody in the roster tonight, 25 is the youngest player on the team. That tells you this team is full of experience. There's Gianmarco Possecco at the helm, former national team player for Italy. He's transferring his energy that he used to bring as a player to this team as its coach. Sassari's one of those home venues it's always tough to win at. Island home teams have such an advantage in the domestic leagues. It's a different travel situation for every team. They're used to the travelling, leaving the islands every other week. So for a trip for Oostende from Belgium, it's not the worst trip in the world, but it's a tough one. The third team on the floor, Mr. Krelic, Mr. Gurion, and Mr. Fucka from Slovenia, Israel, and Slovakia, respectively. The third team on the floor tonight. Nice pose by the referees. And we are fastly approaching tip time. Numbers-wise, Oostende are having one of their most efficient seasons in the Basketball Champions League. Their shooting percentages are up. So much more efficient from a percentage perspective than are Sassari. Starting lineup with Angola and Djordjevic in the backcourt. Thompson is just so fundamental to this team, and it's key that Senegalese Amar Salah comes up with a performance. So a team under coach Dario Gurja, traveling light on numbers, some injury issues for Oostende. Got to try and come up with an away win. Away wins are so precious in these European regular seasons. Defend your home court, pick up 1 or 2 wins on the road. That's normally enough to get you to the postseason, and then you're back to a two-legged tie to get to the Final Four, and then you're in a Final Four situation. Every type of basketball dealt with. Marco Sipisu starts at the point guard spot. Jean-Pierre and Dwayne Evans up front. Mario Bilan, the Croatian big man, is a real strong center presence for Gianmarco Possecco, who's beginning to build a coaching career that he will hope will come close to matching the success he had as a player. Always important on the road. Establish a foothold in the game. Try and control the tempo early and make it a basketball game. Don't get into trying to beat the crowd, keep the crowd out of the game. Take good care of the basketball and just be as efficient, especially be efficient early. Carl McIntosh at the power forward. A bit of a Canadian reunion with Deschamps Pierre on the Sassari lineup. Both of them 25 years old, coming out of the same generation of Canadian basketball players. So they'll be more than aware of each other. I think it's one of these games where, for Oostende in particular, it's a bit of a defining game. They're up against it a little bit here, a little short-handed, difficult place to come and play. They've lost at home, they've lost in Belgium, which doesn't happen very often. Now let's see how they can bounce back from that defeat, bounce back and keep the momentum they have in the Basketball Champions League. Well, welcome to Sassari, the home team in white. Filou Oostende in the red uniform. We're underway, and Sassari will have first look at it in the half court. There's a quick whistle, and Siobhan Thompson's going to pick up an early first foul. Perplexed is an understatement. Well, there's the hands in the back. Quite a clear shove, I think I'd describe it as. The early three out of bounds is good. And Sassari open up with Deschamps Pierre just ticking over. He's in a rich vein of form, gets an open three, knocks it down. Angola will move it on. Djordjevic gets the ball screen from Thompson. Djordjevic to the lane, floats one, gets the roll for two. And Dusan Djordjevic, if there's a complaint sometimes, the ball sticks with him. Quality player, just needs to play a little quicker. Bilan, well, it's all intents and purposes was a layup. McIntosh outside, guarded by Pierre. Oh, highlight time for Canada, one-on-one. Whistle on the play. Dwayne Evans with the blocking foul. A little late, stepping in late. And Angola gets the positive for drawing the foul. Angola, ball fakes. Takes the tough turnaround and just drops it. Sweet looking jump shot. Wow, 5-5 start, and that's a tough ask for Angola. Guarded him hard, high release, knocks it down. Jump, hook to the lane, and Evans ticks over the points. Both teams looking very fluid in the half court. Djordjevic to the corner is guarded. Thompson just about hangs on. Moves it on. Angola has it, gets the high screen. Angola goes up B-line, falls, and the ball goes out of bounds, but that'll be a 24-second violation. Well, to be fair to Angola, it didn't help that almost got a little bit of a trip. Nice pass. Elam with a soft touch off the glass, and the ball movement from Sassari was sharp. Djordjevic into the half court for Oostende. He doesn't have to rush. He's on the road. He wants to find a foothold in the game. Thompson comes down with a defensive rebound off the poor shot. He's got to put it up. Just about beats the clock. Doesn't get the roll. Chance for Sassari to run. They have numbers. Wide open on the break for three is long. Bilan gets the leaner away, but doesn't get it to drop. Angola takes the early ball screen. Thompson rolls. Djordjevic with a quick step through off the glass for two is good. And Djordjevic looking really decisive early in this one. No hesitation on that drive. Bilan getting lots of touches early on. Goes to work down low, right hand, and Thompson just leans across and just rejects it. Almost contempt with the way he protected the ring on that one. Spins to the baseline. You're not coming in this way. Three is gone. And Pissu can't get it to drop. Djordjevic takes the early ball screen. Steps back for the three and knocks it down. Djordjevic just rolling back the years. The 36-year-old veteran playing with a lot of energy. And Oostende had the 10-9 lead, and Djordjevic has 7 of the 10. Bilan gets the layup. And lots of inside touches for Miro Bilan. Oh, they settle for the three. And way off. Kyle McIntosh. Well, it's not a sellout. Let's not try and kid anybody that's a sellout. There's a lot of noise in the gym, though. The side where the cameras are on is pretty full. And they're already generating an atmosphere. Travel called. Marco Spissu. A little disappointed. There you go. He hopped and then took 2 steps. So you got to say it's a 3-step stop. San Djordjevic under a lot of pressure. Thompson relieves that, will hand it off. Thompson's there, finds an angle, gets the 2. Such a target around the ring. Already one of the major factors on any team in the Basketball Champions League. Foul line jump shot is no good. Got a whistle, and credit Miro Bilan just going to work on the glass. Amar Salah. I'm not sure what the call is. If that's Thompson, that's 2. Quick release out of bounds is no good. Defensive rebound hauled in. And Oostende. Three doesn't drop. And great point of transition. Oostende just can't get back. Wide open look on the end of the break. Sassari for 3 is good. And Sepesu strokes it, and Sassari in transition at pace, much to the satisfaction of Coach Posecco. Djordjevic, little hesitation, tries to drop it inside, turns it over. And Salah's going to pick up the personal. Bilan will inbound. Well, everything was absolutely perfect for Pierre, but he just couldn't get the finish. Great footwork, gets an angle, steps through, and then just blows the little gimme. But Oostende fumble on the out of bounds. Wide open for the 3 is long. Dwayne Evans can't get it to drop. Oh, it's a tremendous follow by Amar Salah. He leaked out, gets down the floor, beautiful find, stays with the play, and we've got a new ball game, 3:30 to go in the first quarter. catch, release, and score. Vitali off the bench just gets into rhythm early. Djordjevic steps back for the three, is no good. Ball bounces around. Pierre collects. I'm not really sure what the issue is here. Just see if we can get some clarification. And somehow, Prosecco's picked up a coach T. Not really sure what happened, how that happened. What it does mean is Sassari now only lead it by 2. Wrap it round and an easy 2. And again, Biland's getting a lot of joy on the inside. Djordjevic looks down low. Inside, outside. Djordjevic thinks about it, lows back inside. Spin to the far side of the ring. The 2 is no good. Salah's all over it, can't come up with it. Thompson's all over it. And Djordjevic will take one for the team. That will be the 4th team foul for Oostende. Jamal McLean checks in for Sassari. They are deep. Like Swartz checks in. He'll replace Mikhail McIntosh. Whistle on the play. Sassari with a 19-15 advantage, but they now find themselves on the free throw line. Chance to increase the margin. Vitali, solid free throw shooter, knocks the first one down. And goes 2 for 2 from the line. Paulius Sorokas, the Lithuanian, is 27 now. 2 meters 2, runs that small forward spot really nicely here in Sassari. Vitali goes to 5 points personal. Djordjevic, he's been really aggressive. Angola steps back, gets a little separation. Salah down the middle, floats one. Well, let's say shoots one. And I think there was an issue with a 24-second possession because the ball didn't hit anything. Savas Bashar checks in for Oostende as they go deep into their playing resources. 3 is no good. Ball's hunted down. Open for 3, great ball movement. And Vitali knocks down the 3, but it's all about the ball movement. They hunted down the offensive rebound, shared it really beautifully. Timeout for Oostende. And the home club off to a great start.
Are we looking high, low, inside touch, hey? All our mistakes, hey? Push our guy. Watch on the weak side now when they play it down. It's exchange or screening one. That's a big fear. Hey, communicate. Try to trail now, don't switch. So we have a ball control over there, okay? Listen. Go first.
So important. Coming out of the timeout, get something you want, give yourself a chance to build your defense. Oh, slipped on the vinyl. Seen that happen so often. We're going to have to call the travel. There's an ongoing discussion about the vinyl advertising and the colors. Sometimes they're a lot slippier. There was no one there that caused Angola to slip except the floor. We may have to go back to clean floors. Sipisu will sit. And Sassari have eked out a 9-point lead with 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Oh, attack the closeout, far side of the ring, off the glass. Tough move. So Rocas gets to the far side of the ring and manufactures the shot. 11-point lead, and Oostende's offense has just completely dried up. Oh, let's take a look. When Thompson gets here, only one thing's going to happen. Flushes it hard. Goes to the free throw line for the additional. Free throw line is not always Siobhan Thompson's friend. Thompson, 4 points personal. Jarrell's instant impact. Referee is just going to check and have a look at the last play. To Jean-Pierre, interested observer, just waiting to check in. Got to get over, look at the monitor, make the decision. One of the negatives to getting it right in this way is that sometimes it takes a long time. It's still a great innovation. Officials used to be making calls on the spot. You look at it 3 or 4 different ways, I accept that. But make the decision as quickly as possible, otherwise we lose the whole flow of the game. Well, let's see the outcome. They're just checking on whether it was a 3 or not. Again, it's important. Substitutions coming in for Oostende. Yannick Desiron. .47 seconds remain, and Sassari in control at the moment. They lead this by 12 with 1 to come. The second one is good. McLean knocks that one down. 30-17, and Sassari just in the zone offensively. Last 15 seconds of quarter one, and Sassari have just been red hot. So important for Oostende to get some momentum. That's not going to happen with a step back 3. Still time to get a shot away here. Swartz with a tough lean away, doesn't get the drop. And that will do it for quarter one. Just about to get underway in the second quarter. Ball will belong to Oostende. They trail by 15, and it's not a good 15 either because they've really stuttered offensively. In the lane, nice lift. Swartz for 3 is good. That'll give him some confidence. They really do need him, especially as they're light-handed, to really step up. Jarrell steps back for 3 of his own. Is no good. Van der Hurst gets it in transition to turn the corner. And Swartz is way off, and Angola can't keep it in. Sassari. Sassari into the half court. Curtis Jarrells is fouled on the penetration. And they look comfortable at the moment, Sassari. Like they feel they can run and execute, get shots. Oostende, it's going to be down to them to change the nature of the game. It's got to be at this end. Jarrells will take the high screen. Nice find. Attack the closeout, extra pass, wide open for three is no good. And Sorokas can't get it to go, but they get the offensive rebound. Sorokas down the lane, off the glass, stays with it, goes back up, gets the drop, and that's about effort. All over the bench. The bench love it. 3 attempts, did such a good job. Van der Verst needs a pass, finds one. Swartz wants to look inside, takes the ball screen. A lot of traffic. Van der Verst penetrates. Little floater in the lane is good. Building a reputation. Still young. Just 17 years old. Nice kick. Extra pass not available. Gentile, baseline, needs a pass, finds one again. And Sorokas just needs a little bit more composure. Wide open from the corner. 3 is good. Nice start to the second quarter. Nice start for Loic Swartz. 2 from 3 from the three-point line in that period really has ignited Oostende. Timeout, Sassari. Let's hear what Coach Prosecco has to say.
We stop to play. We stop to play defense. We stop to play defense. Stefano, he got the ball here. Don't stay here. Stay like this. Stay like this. Okay? We have to move the ball in offense. Now we call held down for the shot. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Well, just a little bit of a refocus type timeout. Mariel Bilan in shot. Mariel Bilan had a really nice start to the game. Bilan 8 points on 4 from 5 shooting on his 7.5 minutes. It's going to be a factor, the Croatian, as the game develops. Good hands. He's going to check back in right now. Curtis Jarrells moves it on. That's going to be a blocking foul by a shot. Just got to keep that lead leg away so that the offensive player doesn't have anything to beat. Bilan checks back in. Paulius Sorokas sits down. And Chile moves it on. Well, they line up the 3. They went under the screen. They dodged that bullet as Deshaun Pierre can't get it to drop. And the Verst handles, gets inside and kicks. The open 3 off the penetration. And the spacing is rewarded again. And Oostende really have the momentum at the start of the second quarter. Down now to a 7-point game. Jarrells will get Sassari into the half court. Bilan dives. The 3 is off. And Oostende chase it down. Swartz gives it up to Van der Verst, who and turns it right back over. Dwayne Evans checks back in. 6 turnovers for Oostende. 6 turnovers to 2, and it's a 7-point game. It's not hard to work it out. Evans trying to back in, going to work. A little shake and bake. And drew some contact. Kyle McIntosh trying to guard Pierre in the post. There's a holding foul away from the basketball. They're going to call it offensive. Underversed. Goes baseline, goes inside with a pass. Great rotation, took away all the space. Vitali. 5 out for Sassari. Jump hook on the end of it. Tough finish. Jean-Pierre just shows you why or how he averages 18.5 points a game. Inside, outside. Shed drops it inside. It's a little bit over passes. Someone's going to put it up. They're going to go a 3-second call. Gentile will sit. Pierre with the pass to the inside. Oh, what a finish. If you're going to play tough, if you're going to play hard in the block, watch the way that Evans uses his body to get an angle, keeps his shoulders square to the backboard. My shirt may look and put his palms up, but that's tough. Omar Salah checks in. And Evans completes the 3-point play. Swartz will get Oostende into the half court. Vanderverst whistle on it. I think the referees have decided they're going to call this tight before anything gets a little bit out of hand. You can't just shove a screener away. Salah tries to go to the middle, takes the tough turnaround, is no good. Defensive rebound. Gives Sassari a chance to run. Vitali looks at options, gives it up. Foul on the play. Yep, you can see, even though Zeron thought he was clean on it. Evans knocks down the first. Averaging 16 points a game in the Basketball Champions League, first 2 games. Those 2 for 2 from the line. Stolen. Just so quick. Evans just all over it. Straight down the lane, flushes it. And Oostende palms up, looking around, trying to find a reason. The only reason is they made a bad decision, made a bad pass, and with 4:45 to go in a half, Sassari dominant at the moment. And Oostende have to dig in here, find a way to stop the bleeding, and get themselves back on track.
First one. Use it. Roll. Okay. Come up. 3 men. 3 here. Got him. Nothing. If you have nothing here, hand off big side. They will help this pass. Extra pass attack. Find the corner. Or find the roller. I know. Let's go.
Well, that stat line, it doesn't make good reading for Oostende fans. 14 points off turnovers for Sassari. Georgievich had to come back in here. He's going to have to steady the ship. There's two things here. It's so long to go in the game. Sassari will have really will dry up in certain parts of games. They will have periods where they just can't score. Backdoor pass. He can't get it away. Chance to run here. Oh, what a play by Salah, but get outworked on the glass, and Bilan gets the 2. It's a white. Well, they've wiped off the score. Just over 4 to go. In fact, they now put it on. It's now an 18-point game. Dangerous, dangerous times here for Oostende. Salah's going to hand it off. Georgievich got to assert now. Takes the tough free, can't make it drop. Angola keeps it alive, great effort. Georgievich will come off the screen. Now he's got a matchup. He should be picking it up when he has the matchup. Angola floats one on the lane, gets the roll. How they needed that. Salah was so active on the glass. Steps to the baseline, nice cut, nice pass. And Binland's going to have to earn it at the free throw line. Bilan on the free throw line. Can't get the second one. And Georgievich will advance the basketball. Possession by possession now for Oostende. Just work their way back in it. Angola puts it on the floor, in the lane, kicks it, open for 3, is no good. And the ball will stay with Oostende. Well, they go long out of bounds. They're going to gap that. Angola, nice pass. Salah with a throwdown. That closes it to 14. They could get into the half in single digits. They're right back in it, whistle on the play, and there'll be shots as Oostende already in the penalty. .14 margin. Angola goes to 2 fouls. Only a 14-point game for as well as Sassari have played and as poorly as Oostende have been at times. It's only a 14-point game, 2:30 to go to the half. So if Oostende can just hang in here, make sure it's a manageable number, get back in the locker room, reevaluate where they are, make the adjustments, they're right in this. And as I say, that throughout this season, Sassari will have had periods of the game where they just dry up offensively. They're right in the middle of one now because that's 0 for 3 from the free throw line. .15 game, 2:30 to go. Djordjevic, he needs to rediscover that assertive approach that he had at the beginning of the game. Puts it on the floor, gets to the foul line. The pass was there, the execution so poor. At the baseline sealed, all they had to do, perhaps take a dribble, create the angle. When your offense is struggling, get up and play defense. So Oostende extend the defense, man to man. Although Djordjevic just steps off. Little flow there is no good. Defensive rebound pulled in, chance for Djordjevic to run. Salah's off to the races, doesn't get a look from the point guard. Backdoor cut again, easy too. It's becoming to bear fruit. Back to a 13-point game, they're hanging around now. Turn around, Evans off the glass is no good. Defensive rebound, Djordjevic has another chance to run. It's a long comeback trail, but they're on it right now. Angola kicks it. The ball gets stuck with Djordjevic. Settles for a 3 of his own. Whistle on the play.
Okay? 3, go.
Can't get it in. And the night goes from bad to worse for Oostende. They only trail 13. They don't need to panic. Just play defense. Just make it tough for Sassari to tick that scoreboard over and work your way back into the games. Only a 13-point game. Far side of the ring for two is good for Bilan. Nice little baseline spin. Angola takes the screen, attacks Bilan, goes off the glass with a quick release. Poor finish. Bilan gets it deep, tries to step through, throws it out, wide open. Evers for three is good. Sorry, Pierre for three. Just spotted up, clear line of sight of the ball. 13 points personal for Pierre. 18-point game here. Sassari have a real chance to just manage this in the second half now. Nice pass, easy two. And after getting back in it, or after scoring two, coach technical foul. That's Sassari. Just tick the scoreboard over again. .9 on the clock. Gonna have to put it up. Bilan for three from the halfway line. Almost gets the roll off the backboard. And we have reached half-time. Messy at times, yes, but Sassari with 51 first-half points, a bit impressive. 51 to 35. It's not done because Oostende are capable of pouring in points. And more importantly, Sassari will dry up or have dried up in games. So it's poised at 51-35. In control is Sassari, but by no means is there not a way back here for Oostende. Good look at the stats. 62% from two, 38 from three. 51-point first half. Oostende down at 35. Everything else pretty even. So we're going to leave you with the highlights of that first half after we get a look at the top scorers. Pierre, as he's done all year, is leading Sassari points-wise. Bilan's been very good. We talked about who was going to score for this Oostende team. We thought Thompson would be the man, but he's not there at the minute. Djordjevic has a really nice start to the game. He leads the scorers for Oostende with 8. So here are those highlights of a first half that saw Sassari build a lead and give them a chance to go 2-1 in the group. So we'll be back in around 10 minutes for the second half. We'll see you then to see if Sassari can defend the home court, go to 2-1. We will see you in 10.
Quando siete pronti, forza, iniziamo. Attenzione, aspetta, secondo, 3, 2, 1, via.
Last 3 minutes of the half. Oh, the weak side just opened up. The one goes straight down the middle and flushes one.
Davis, meanwhile, gets in and makes a very tough reverse layup. No wonder they call him Jordan. Jordan-esque. Galavatsa gets rejected. Well, what a block.
Tell you what, Jeff Nimbuck making a count in transition, and right now, Gaziantep are just searching for answers, but really, Aaron Nimbuck is just taking this game over.
It looked like he had no chance of making that one. Almost takes the shot while he's lying on the floor.
Sam Douglas now inbounds the ball to baseline. This is the Hatcher. Hatcher spins around. Well, he's got to make that shot. William Hatcher, are you serious? This guy, veteran, is putting on a show. I mean, he looks like a globetrotter right now.
Michulis, low post. It's past to Ray. Ray putting it on the floor. Oh, scoops it up and it goes for Kendrick Ray.
That defender, Almeida in the lane. Almeida for the win. Doesn't get it, but it's hit back is in. And now, Aaron Nimbuck, they win the game with Hankins here in overtime. I can't believe it. Here's Almeida, goes in the lane. Hankins comes up. Oh, that's game over. Aaron Nimbuck now have won this ball game.
8 points now. And that's a big time block. Big time defensive play. Not in this house as Gentile tries to get through.
Someone goes up for the jam. There's no way Zabanov was going to allow himself to be on the wrong end of a post. And what a tough catch by Martin. Then he puts it up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He's made it. Was it Stone in the end? Unbelievable. These guys refuse to lose tonight.
Well, welcome back to Sassari. Dusan Djordjevic in shot there, leads all scorers for Oostende with 8 points. But he got those early. He came out of the gate really hot, really aggressive. Looked like he was going to be one of the guys to step up to try and make the contribution to the missing points from with the fact that Oostende here light-handed. You saw Jean-Marc Mwema not in uniform. To Jean-Pierre, the Canadian forward, getting it done again. 13 points, 4 rebounds. And if there's anything that's a major difference to Jean-Pierre with the 13 and 4, Siobhan Thompson, on the other hand, the 2'13" Jamaican center, averaging 19 points a game, an efficiency rating of 29.5. 4 points, not really the factor you'd expect, only taking 3 shots, has an efficiency rating of 4. And you look at the difference and the margin at the moment, and it's pretty much Siobhan Thompson's contribution that's missing from that Oostende performance. Plenty of time though. Plenty of time for Oostende to pull this around. But it's got to start at the defensive end. Oostende are not a 100-point-a-game team. Sassari 51 in the first half. That's really set them up for a big second half. And that's what they'll be aiming at. But the only way that Sassari get back in this is if they can keep them in the 30s. And then even that might not be enough. They trail by 16. Get it back to single digits by the beginning of the fourth and you're in business. But it's not build it up to anything. It's not. It's a tough ask for Oostende to come back. There is time. They do have the players. But it's got to start at the defensive end. And more than anything else, Siobhan Thompson has got to come up with a second half performance where he really does become the dominant factor in the game. Well, welcome back to Sassari. The home team in the white uniform have the commanding lead, 16-point advantage, and they will have possession at the start of this second half. Little hesitation. Pisu goes a little pick and pop with Bilan, who just knocks it down. And he's had a super game. Bilan gets into double digits. Well, it goes to 12, in fact. And it's an 18-point game. 6 from 7 from Bilan. Angola kicks the open 3 from Omar Salah. And you just got to think, do you really want Omar Salah standing on the 3-point line? Ball's knocked away. Djordjevic turns the corner, gets to the foul line, thinks about it, goes inside. Thompson just barrels his way through, can't get the drop. That's a great effort on the glass. Super fine for three from the corner. And Vatsali's been good all night. And we've got a 21-point margin. Angola looks at his options, finds Djordjevic. He's got to become an assertive player now, Djordjevic. His team really need him to step up. 5 on the possession. Whistle on the plate. Sapitsu. If you put the palm of your hand in the back of the big man, the referee's going to blow his whistle. It's one of those automatic things that happens. Oostende can't afford. Game's not dead. Let's not be silly about this. And Djordjevic, even though he's wide open, 6 feet from the hoop, needs a second invitation to shoot the basketball. And Oostende completely losing their way. Vatsali. Djordjevic getting after it and will pick up the personal. Djordjevic charged with, well, I'm not sure if he was charged with a technical. Vatsali, little showtime pass through the legs. Milan waits and squeezing it off the glass for 2. Timeout, Oostende. If they do not stop the bleeding right now, this is going to get ugly for Oostende. They cannot afford a big loss. The regular season is long. This group is tough. Points difference could become a factor. What they don't need is a huge loss on the road.
Another thing, hey, they demand pass, get open, please, hey, get open, something. Hey, one side, go out, continuity, come, do pass to Dushan, player here, roll deep, follow here, look execution, hey. Go.
So important for Oostende to get positive now outcomes after the timeout. Djordjevic baseline tries to find and does find the baseline pass, and Salah can't complete. And Djordjevic comes back down the floor. They try to go outside third to outside third on the floor, and that's a turnover waiting to happen. Angola, a little ball fake, gets blocked. And Sassari just being relentless. The showtime's not working though. And you know that Coach Prosecco is not going to be a happy coach. Whistle on the plate. Back-to-back turnovers by both teams. Djordjevic on the side will inbound. Salah goes inside out. Djordjevic tries to turn the corner. Offensive foul. And when it doesn't just rain, it pours. Oostende on the wrong end of a 23-point margin. 7 minutes to go in the third. And they get that call, which was absolutely correct. swinging off the baseline, goes upstairs, ball's knocked away, chance to run. Djordjevic in transition, needs a pass, and it gets all soft. McIntosh turns it over, recovered by Thompson, who goes up, doesn't get the roll, gets his own rebound, he's fouled, and will have to earn it from the free-throw line. Siobhan Thompson on the free-throw line. Oostende have to do it possession by possession. Thompson misses the first. And he goes 0 for 2. And it's just not happening. Oostende have to find a way. Light on resources tonight. Don't forget they have players out. Bilan inside, outside. The three is gone. And Jean-Pierre can't get that to drop. Djordjevic. McIntosh puts it on the floor, spins. Doesn't really get any separation. Now he needs a pass. He has to skip. Angola. Djordjevic is long with the three. Thompson's all over the glass. Powell's back up. And one. That's more like it for Siobhan Thompson. Dominate on the glass. Physical. Presence just went after it. Evans is going to be charged with the foul as he just steps in. Thompson this time gets the roll. Back to 20. Possession by possession. Score, stop, score, stop. And see where it takes you. Halfway through the third quarter. Vitali moves it on. You know, and getting so many touches. Stecker move. Ball's off his thigh. Thompson's a dominant figure when he's active. Van der Verst. Van der Verst has it. Thompson will come and set the ball screen. He dives, not really, it's not executed well at all. 6 on the possession. The turnaround jump shot is good. Back-to-back baskets. For Oostende, the first time in a long time that's happened. Milan looks down low, goes inside. Evans has it, far side, he's blocked. Penetration, whistle on the play. It will be an end line or sideline ball. McIntosh charged with the personal. Well, as most coaches will tell you, if you can reach like that, you can move your feet and take the drive lane away. So you can't get the mid-range 2 to drop. Chance to make this a 16-point game. Upstairs for Salah for 2. Timeout Sassari. And all of a sudden, a little bit of momentum, life being breathed into Oostende. Timeout Sassari. Coach Prosecco has seen enough. It's back to a 16-point game with 4:47 to go in the third.
I told you, 60 points. And now you got the heads like this. Go. And play together. And run in offense and run in defense.
Coach Prosecco, short, sweet, and to the point. He used to have that look as a player when he wasn't happy with his teammates. He now has it as a coach when he believes his players are underachieving. Most importantly, not doing as he asks. But Some of that will be for show because his team lead by 16. They're in control. They can't lose sight of the fact this is a long regular season. If you get a big win, really helps. Your early stages of the season, so use every opportunity you can to get better. Oostende, same situation. Got to reduce this margin, give themselves a chance in the fourth quarter. Pass to the inside. Nice. Slips it to Bilan, who misses the layup. No one picks up the front cut. Great take to the hoop. That's going to be goaltending. So the run continues. It's an 8-0 run for Oostende. They're 18 down. Off the glass for two is no good. Great follow. And Bilan again outworks the whole of Oostende. How frustrating is that? You get the poor shot, you get the miss, and then an unopposed putback. And the Verst in the lane. Takes a floater, doesn't get the two shot to go. Great work on the glass. Thompson can't complete the offensive putback. Simply has to make both. Get the momentum. Got a little bit. And he's just having an awful night at the office. Oh for 2 again. But I think he's going to get that one back. I rimmed that one in and out. Still a 16-point game. Early entry. Milan has it in the post. Will hand off. Quick release for 3 is long. And the ball's hunted down. And Thompson on the follow gets the 2. Close it to a 14-point game. As I say, if they get it to 10 by the start of the fourth, this game is game on. Spissu gets it off. Evans can't get it to drop. Big trip down the floor here for Oostende. Down 14 with the basketball. 3 minutes to go in the third. And Van Hurst, sweet little spin, and we're at 12. And the timeout hasn't stopped the bleeding for Sassari. We did say they do have periods where they dry up. Nice find for Spissu is off. And this is one of those moments. Wide open look. Scores and stops. It's all it's about. It's the obvious thing to say, but if you just concentrate on it from that perspective. Verst turns down the screen, gets a little space inside with the bounce pass. Thompson completes it, and we are at 10. baseline penetration just really did take Angola by surprise. Brian Angola. Oostende really do need him to find a way to contribute right now. Loic Swartz checks in. Angola sits. Back to a 12-point game on the back of the 2-3 throws. Vitali goes to 12 personal. Van der Verst. Thompson in the block, trying to go to work, is fouled on the rip through. Good second step, tries to get through the contact. 1:46 to go in 3, 12-point game. Thompson again steps to the free throw line. Simply have to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Well, to say he's having an absolute nightmare when his team really need him to drag them back in, he really is struggling. And 0 for 2 again. Siobhan Thompson is 1 for 8. In a game they trail by 15, he is 1 from 8 from the free throw line. Half the margin on the back of his missed free throws. .14-point game. It's got to be at this end. Another turnover. Much improvement from here from Oostende. And the burst gives it up. The pass just late. It took him behind the basket. Another opportunity off of defense goes begging. And Salah has nowhere to go. But he finds himself on the free throw line for the foul. Chance to get this back to a 12-point game. Get it to single digits. Get over the hump. Well, Salah is 0 for 2. Thompson is 1 for 8. It's a combined 1 for 10. Make that a combined 1 from 11. And they are literally losing this game from the free throw line at the moment. Joel stops, pops, is long. And another opportunity for Oostende with 50 seconds to go in the third. Reverse spins, gets a reposition on the screen. Inside, outside, open. 3 is long. Thompson's on the glass. He's fouled. And you're almost saying, unfortunately, he's fouled because he's going to have to go to the free throw line knowing he's shot 1 from 8. Gentile checks back in. Thompson makes the free throw. Huge sigh of relief in the gym from the Oostende fans. Not that there's that many of them. Thompson goes 2 for 2 from the line. Huge relief for Oostende. 30 seconds just over remain in the third. Simple, straightforward. Back out to 13. And if it's not that it's a sign you want to see if you're an Oostende fan, if you're a Sassari fan, you're going to love Deshaun Pierre coming back in. .28 seconds remain in the third. You'd expect Sassari to take as many of the 28 as they can. Salah sits. Swartz, baseline, needs a pass, finds a pass, steps into the gap between the defense and the three-point line is no good. There's still 5 seconds on this. They set the feet. Is off. Will they get the one away? No, they won't. So after trailing by as many as 20, Oostende have dragged themselves back into contention. It's still a 14-point game, but they're in credit on the second half. There's confirmation, 67-53. Oostende trying to fight their way back into this. Statistically, Sassari down at 33 on the three-point line, Oostende at 29. They just cannot get over the hump, Oostende. They've fought hard in that third quarter to get it to 10. Have come up a little short, but they have now got Sassari thinking about things, not just running through things and playing. So this is going to go all the way down to the wire. Here we go then, start of the fourth quarter. Oostende with possession. Boosie. Van der Hurst has it, gets the high screen from Thompson. Van der Hurst stops and pops, doesn't get it to drop. And a chance for Sassari to run, and they have bodies down the floor. Turn it straight back over though. Salah needs a pass, finds it, Van der Verst. Thompson just about gets that, will take the foul. Jamal McLean with the personal. Open for three is no good. Offensive rebound. If you put yourself in the right position, you have a major chance. Simon Boissy gets the two. Giles will kick it. The long two is short. And Van der Verst has another chance, and 5 red shirts down the floor. Van der Verst gets to the foul line. Thompson once gets inside, is fouled on his way to the hoop. Plenty of time left. There's options for Oostende here. Paracelli sits. So on the end line, Van der Verst. Oh, it's just a great defensive effort by Oostende. They're digging in here. They can just get it to single digits, get over that double-digit hump. Van der Verst really leading from the front. Angola has it, trying to find options. Van der Verst will take the ball screen. Thompson rolls. Van der Verst needs a pass. The pass was never there to Thompson, but he gets hold of it. Tries to go up, has it knocked away. Chance for Sassari to tick it over. Baseline penetration, drops it inside. Bilan's going up, gets contact again. Excellent penetration by Dechampierre. When baseline drew help, dropped it inside. The Bilan finds himself on the free throw line again. And the big Croat is having an excellent night of basketball. Makes the first from the line. Takes him on to 17 points personal with this one to come. And he does. "18 points of Bilan, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Just doing a marvelous job. 14-point game. Just cannot get below 10. See for 3 is good, and that's deep. Simon Boissy. 11-point game. 7 minutes, just under to go. Verst penetrates, is fouled, and Bilan will pick him up. Van der Verst taking it inside against the big man. Finds himself on the floor. Here he goes. Bilan comes over and takes the hit. Third foul for Bilan. End-line possession. Oh, it's a slip. Van der Verst hangs on. Well, he hung on for all he's worth to get the jump ball. And again, another slip on the vinyl lines. Van der Verst is going to check out. Just slipped on the, literally slipped on the three-point line. Into the half court, 14-point game. They just cannot. Again, a blocking foul. Carl McIntosh. And this one, it's Swartz. Trying to put their bodies on the line. But it's another foul called on Oostende. End-line possession. Quick release on the three is good. Oh, Gentile gets his feet set so quickly. First points of the night. They try to answer. Swartz goes inside. Extra pass, Thompson off the glass is good for two. Vitali, extra pass to the corner. Oh, tough finish. Super move by Dechampierre. Just shows you the quality he has, shows you the ability to exploit the mismatch. So timeout, time running out for Oostende. And Sassari almost, you have the feeling they're almost just doing enough to manage the margin. Well, you see Sassari's points drying up. We said this would happen. They do run into issues at times. It's just that Oostende is just running out of time to score enough points.
Another thing. 3 regular, don't screen. Hand off, wrist screen, you pop, hero.
That's a turnover. And as we said earlier on in the night, when it's raining on you, it's pouring on you. Van der Verst, who's single-handedly increased the tempo, got his team going back in, just mishandles the ball inbounds and turns it over. 17 could become 19, could become 20. Pierre has it inside, wraps the pass. Sepesu goes inside, Bilan inside, outside. Vitali in the lane, tries to scoop one for two. On the wrong end of a 19-point margin. Now their objectives, yes, if they can get back into the game, great, but you can't have a huge loss. Offensive foul called, and the problems just keep mounting up for Oostende. Could be a very long 5 minutes for Oostende here. 79-60. Sepesu in the half court. Attacks the screen, gets inside, needs a pass. Bilan will hand it off. The three is gone, is long. Great effort by Bilan, throws it back in. Is he rewarded? No, he's not. Thompson has. Off the glass is no good from Pierre. He's done another dominant display. Van der Verst. And there's a foul. That'll be Sassari's fourth team foul with 4:23 remaining. McIntosh sits for Filou Oostende. Van der Verst. Awkward foul, could get reviewed. Chance to make this a 20-point game, which with no trouble at all. Marco Sepesu on the free throw line. But technicals all round here. Make that 21. Lots of technical fouls all round. Cancelled each other out. Oh, tough looking three is no good. Gets a drop though after that little have a look. And then drop. Inside, outside, turned over. The long three is no good. And again, they outwork. And with 3:20 to go. Sassari just managing time now. Time and possession. Tali moves it on. Attacks the lane. Beautiful little move. The second step gathered. Got balanced. Great quick first step. Van der Verst has it. We'll take the ball screen. It's another example of what talent this team has. Swartz adds to his personal tally. Goes to 9 personal. Good thing for Sassari when they share the ball. They really have played well this evening. Only some of Oostende's problems will be down to their lack of personnel. Van der Verst comes off the screen. Nice pass. The ball reversal, second side, throw it back to the first side. Extra pass, attack the closeout, step back for the three, is no good. And the Masala, again, coming up with reasonable stats. All the way for 2. Chile goes to 7 personal. Well, an inauspicious end to this game. All the work's been done, though. Prosecco's not going to be a happy coach when he sees plays like that, but his team have 85 points. They're up 15. They've been dominant for large chunks of the game. There's a minute to go. Van der Verst and Oostende should be trying to get this as close as possible. Points difference could be a factor in all of these regular season groups. It's on the foul line, goes and puts it down inside. Poor shot selection, chance to run the other way. Oh, he looked everybody off with a pass. Bilan ran the floor well. The pass looked everybody off. Last 30 seconds of what's been a dominant display by Sassari. In the lane is no good. So Bilan, it's a really good reception from the fans. Nice touch to take him out. Fundamental to the win. 5th personal. Second one is good. float that one to beat the trap. Nice handoff, nice tempo. Sassari inside, outside, wide open three. It's good. Excellent offense. Excellent sharing of the ball. Sarakas gets the three, but that's a team three. And that'll do it. Coach Prosecco has led Sassari to a crucial win, albeit only week 3. Here's the final score confirmation, 90-71. The only two numbers that really matter. Dinamo Sassari getting back in the groove, get a win. So the home fans are happy. Oostende is always going to be a tough ask with the players missing. You thought they might find a way to compete. At times, they really did. So Oostende lead the floor. Here are the numbers. 90-71 are the only two that really matter, but 55% for Sassari, 38 from 3. It was much better than that early. So the Sassari players walked the floor, thanking the fans for what was some really vocal support. Well, Bilan top scorers for Sassari. Vitali had a nice game with 15. Pierre, not quite up to the average, but another solid game by the Canadian, and things bode well for Sassari as this season is going to develop. The fans enjoyed the game, the mascot was good even, and what they've got now is a nice little slot, joint second in the group with a reasonable size win, which should hold them in good stead for the end of season. Sassari had. Bilan in particular was tremendous. The Croatian big man really got it done at both ends of the floor. And he really did give the talent that Sassari have on the perimeter the chance to play. There was a couple of times in that second half that Oostende threatened to get into the game, but they could never get it to single digits in a meaningful way. And that psychological barrier of being double digits behind was always there. Well, after the last couple of weeks, Oostende just need to refocus, regroup, remember what made them a good team last year, and that'll move them forward very quickly. So both teams will move on from here. And next week, Sassari will go to Poland. Ostende at home to Lichterbillis. So both teams have chances to build on those performances. There are the current standings in Group A. Sassari up to third. Ostende down in seventh, but plenty of time to make those, to change that. Well, that's the end of the action for game day 3. Hope you've enjoyed it from Sassari, from Sardinia. It's good night.